Good evening, parents, families, collaborators, and special guests. Welcome to the 14th year-end celebration of our Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Mentoring Program. Those 14 years have seen many students graduate from the MLK program to become successful students and adults. Today, we honor 11 of our students who will graduate from the program, meaning that they were actively engaged in the total programming provided by our collaborating teachers and our core teachers here at MAMS. Our program is being recorded today by Mr. Kevin Tomini at Armstrong Cable and covered by the Meadville Tribune. Mrs. Bonnie Guffey is our interpreter. Please refer to your program and take your programs home with you. They are now part of history. Except for an emergency of taking pictures, please refrain from the use of your cell phones. Our head table today are Ms. Sarah Miller, Mr. Joseph Galbo III, Commissioner Chris Seeley, and Principal Jonathan Fry. Thank you. Each of our program participants will be introduced as we move through the program. However, there are some special guests attending today, so will you please stand? They are, and if Ms. Sue Watkins has arrived, will you please stand? She is Director of the Crawford County Human Services. Welcome her, please. Ms. Tammy Silvis. Ms. Tammy Silvis is a Crawford Central School Board member. Mr. John Gregorzeski, our Community Education Director from Allegheny College. Ms. Susan Groover and her mother, will you please stand? She's the parent of Miss Lillian Groover and the grandparent. Okay. Mrs. Claudia Peters. Mrs. Peters is our former MLK program parent. Mrs. Stephanie Sandrock, our assistant principal at the Meadville Area Middle School. Dr. Heather Barron, who is our external evaluator from Penn West University. I hope that I did not forget anybody. Let's move on. Mrs. Bonnie Guffey's family and her daughter, Cameron. Will you stand, please? Because Cameron is one of our Dr. King Scholarship winners this year. And I want you to know she got the Presidential Award from President Biden. My goodness, thank you. Okay. Captain Mary Hughes from the Meadville Salvation Army. Mrs. Jessica Williams, the former core teacher in the MLK program. And Kaylee Stamping Williams is an MLK program graduate, and she is now a lifeguard at the Rec Complex. And Mr. Jeff McFadden, owner of the Hubbard Bus Company. Thank you. Thank you so much. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Sarah Miller, Direct Service Supervisor of Women's Services Incorporated, who will bring the invocation. Ms. Miller has been one of our teachers in the MLK program, and she is a leader in our community. We can call on her at any time. Today, she brings the invocation. Ms. Miller.
Thank you, Dr. Nixon.
Thank you.
If you'll please bow your heads with me. Creator God, thank you for this opportunity to gather here today. Thank you for the many hands and partnerships that have made this event possible. We honor the many voices, stories, and strengths that make up our community here in this room. Most importantly, tonight we celebrate the learning and growth in the students here tonight. Creator, each of them have traveled on a journey that has been shaped and cultivated by the mentors, parents, and teachers in the MLK After School program. May they reflect on the things that they've learned this year and celebrate their accomplishments. May they acknowledge their growth and strive for the excellence that we know that they're capable of. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. himself said that intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. And I believe that's what's happening here in this program. I've witnessed it firsthand. Not only is instruction educational and sharing knowledge, this program is developing character in all who participate. Creator God, we rejoice in this time of fellowship and togetherness. May it restore us, and in your holy name, amen.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's great. The demanding curriculum of the MLK program involves our students in many project-based activities that enhance what happens in their classroom from day to day. More than anything, we are amazed at how our teachers get to excite our students about learning after school. We try to capture some of those moments and what is happening in the regular classroom. At this time, we invite you to view the exhibit to the left. Staff will lead our guests through the exhibit first. Then each student will lead the families and tell them about the exhibit. You know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So we're going to take the next 10 minutes to go through the exhibit. And if our guests will please stand at this time, our guest. Okay. Though our families are guests, we're really giving you a special treatment. So our guests, if you will stand, our teachers will lead you through the exhibit first. And if you will follow them, ask any questions you like. I'm sure they can answer them. The MLK Mentoring Program has someone in the community who leads in hearing the voices of the community, voices that advise us of how we may meet the needs of our middle school students and their parents. Our go-to is our advisory committee. Who best to bring greetings from the advisory committee than the chair, who is now Crawford County Commissioner Chris Seeley. Commissioner Seeley.
Why, thank you, Dr. Dixon. It's a pleasure to see everybody this afternoon. I appreciate a few moments just to share some remarks and greetings, of course, from the advisory committee of this fine institution. I am painfully aware that being the first speaker after lunch, I have certain obligations and responsibilities to keep it brief and light. So this morning, my colleagues and I met in our usual Wednesday work session, and it was a special one because we had the opportunity to join in our colleague counties around the Commonwealth and around the country in proclaiming this week Child Welfare Professionals Appreciation Week. And during the reading of that proclamation and internalizing how those professionals have such a profound impact on our lives and in stabilizing our communities in very special ways, programs like this are highlighted on how important they truly are. You know, they say what an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of repair, and this is a fine example of that. And these sorts of enrichment programs and these safe after-school places that have such capable administrators and teachers only succeed because of equally wonderful parents and, of course, our students. Every year I am able to come back here and see all of the activities that our students have done throughout the year, and it just boggles my mind. And being so far removed from middle school myself, I have to think back, wow, what would I have done with an eclipse and that sort of thing? And it's really just a remarkable thing, and it's truly a pleasure to be part of it and to see it to continue to grow and develop. I look out here and I see alumni from this program coming back and sharing their experiences and continuing to support this program, and we owe them a fine debt of gratitude as well. So thank you for being with us this afternoon. Dr. Dixon, thank you for your continued leadership in this organization, and we look for many, many more years of incredible things from our mentoring program. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Seeley. It isn't every day that a student graduates with honors who just happen to be an MLK program graduate, an MLK program mentor, and a recipient of the MLK Scholarship Award and many others this year. This young lady is Miss Lillian Groover, who will talk about what the MLK program meant to her. Miss Groover, let's welcome her.
Good evening. So I'm Lillian Groover. I am a closely graduated senior at MASH. I had the opportunity to get the MLK scholarship this year, and it was truly a blessing on my life. Without it, I definitely would not have been able to attend college and pursue my dreams. So back when I was in 8th grade, which was surprisingly 5 years ago, I sat right where you all were right now, and it definitely was a life-changing experience. Dr. Dixon instilled in me that when I became a senior, I must apply for the MLK scholarship. And through being in the program and everything that I learned from it, I definitely knew that the scholarship would help me. And here I am. Surprisingly, I won the scholarship, and I appreciate everything that Dr. Dixon has done for me. Back when I was in 8th grade, I joined the after-school program because I was just looking for something to do. I figured it would give me something to stay after school for, so I wouldn't have to ride the bus home, and just maybe have some fun, make some new friends. And little did I know it would be completely life-changing. I met many people who had jobs that were very diverse and unique. I traveled to Precision Accutech and Ernst Seeds, and I got tours of these places and learned how things were made or how they were sent out, and how Meadville is very small but very mighty. It has many people that work together, that come together just to keep the town running. We had Allegheny Watershed visit us, and we had hands-on lessons. I got to see tadpoles, frogs, fish. We went out to the creek. As a very non-country girl, it was very unique to see how hands-on I actually was. And now I love looking at fish and going to the creek. And without that experience, I would have not found out that I like doing those things. We had mentoring, and there was help with homework, definitely math. I got my math grade up with the mentoring that we had. And without the social skills help that the program offered to me, I wouldn't have the personal skills and the academic abilities that I have today. All of these opportunities opened my eyes to the vast areas of study and of people that there are in the world, and especially in Meadville, and that the opportunities that I can have in my life. In the middle of my 8th grade year, COVID happened. So we didn't know what was going to happen, but I ended up doing the MLK program over Zoom. It was very interesting, but we overcame the experience, and there was definitely a different type of gratitude that we have for being able to do the hands-on learning that we had from our own living rooms. And I will forever remember that experience. And it also made me a little bit more tech savvy. It was very challenging, but after that time, I became a peer mentor within the MLK program. And I got to help my fellow classmates go through the program that I also went through. And it was very heartwarming to see that I got to use my skills that I learned through the program to help kids younger than me going through the program as well. To this day, Dr. Dixon has always been a very incredible woman in my life. She has helped my family in times of need. She has helped push me to write great speeches. I remember one time we were at the MLK birthday dinner, and I had to write a speech. And I got my draft returned about 5 times until it was excellent. And I do thank her for that, because without her, I wouldn't have the writing capabilities that I have, even though I did complain. But I'm grateful because the speech turned out wonderful, and I had a great time reading it. Dr. Dixon is an incredible woman, and she does so much for the community, and especially for the children in the MLK program. You guys are so lucky and blessed to have her in your lives. And you guys, I just recommend to cherish it. She is incredible, and if you need any help, she's there for you. And I just want to leave you guys with one little tidbit of advice. Use the knowledge that you have learned from this program and apply it to every aspect of your life. You will be surprised how much of an impact it will have. Oh, and one more thing. Make sure when you're a senior to apply for the MLK scholarship. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, the MLK graduate, wow. Also, it isn't every day that a student graduates from Allegheny College with honors that just happens to be a graduate of the MLK mentoring program. This young lady is Miss Emily Peters, who will talk about what the MLK program meant to her. And by the way, she graduated tops in her class. Miss Peters.
Hello. Thank you all for having me, and thank you to Dr. Dixon for having me back. So, as she so kindly introduced me, I'm Emily Peters, and I recently graduated from Allegheny College about, 2 or 3 weeks ago now, something like that. And I'm very happy to be back and kind of talk about what I remember and what it was like and how much the MLK program helped me in my journey throughout school. So to do that, I do want to talk just a moment about myself to give a little bit of context. So I was actually born and raised in Germany until I was about 11 years old. And while I was in Germany, I struggled a lot with both my math skills and my English/German skills, my writing skills and my language skills. And I just remember many, many nights where my mom and I were sitting at the kitchen table and she was trying to help me with my homework and things like that. And I was just struggling. Sometimes I was crying. And it was just really, really tough. So when we moved to the United States, it was definitely an adjustment. But in a strange way, it ended up also being an opportunity for me because while I had to adjust to a new language that I only really somewhat understood from my father's side of the family and my father, it was a new chance to kind of relearn these skills that I was struggling with. And I think over time, the MLK program was a huge part of kind of teaching me new ways to express myself and also helping me with math as well. And I think it was also a huge part of, in the end, leading me to become an English major at Allegheny College, which I just hoped for, I think, maybe, because I loved reading always, but I never really thought I could do because of my past experiences. So, as Lillian also said, the MLK program for me then in middle school ended up being a place where I could go, where I knew I could get the help that I needed to kind of further hone my English skills, hone my writing skills, hone my reading skills, and also get help with any math homework and English homework that I might have had, and also other homework too, of course, but in my case, those were the ones that really mattered to me. And also it was a place to just be after school that was fun, that was always welcoming, that had people that really cared about me and I could tell, and just gave me a place to be in a relatively new environment. So I really, really appreciated that always. And so then I graduated high school here in 2019. Also after having been at that point in the AP English courses and AP History courses where I had kind of finally found my groove in English. And as I said, I really do think the MLK program played a huge part in that. And then I went on to Allegheny College where I now, as I said, graduated with an English degree. And yeah, I just really, really want to thank everybody that was part of the program for kind of helping me find kind of my spark and what I wanted to do. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Okay. For 14 years, I have been blessed through the mentoring program to see up close the dedication to so many people who care about the education of our students. These people are rock stars. Harrison Dixon, our facilitator, and I think he's my teacher's son, will now make a tribute to our stars. He will be assisted by Daniela Anaway-Heater and Daryl Wayne Wisniewski. Mr. Dixon.
Good afternoon, everybody. Well, it's okay. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good evening.
Somewhat of a rhetorical question or something like that, I guess. All right. Well, to those at the head of the table, collaborators, our teachers, our parents, and friends, it is an honor for me to give the tribute to our teachers in the MLK program. Very few middle school students all across the country can say that in addition to my classroom teachers, I am taught enrichment classes by teachers from leading businesses, organizations, and in my hometown. And in addition with that, to my classroom teachers, businesses, and organizations in the hometown, I'm also learning from others who also happen to be my teachers. Today we carry on a tradition started by Dr. Dixon in 2010, whose gift to our program is to say thank you through gold stars. She believes, as our core teachers and staff, that you shine brightly in the lives of our students. Dr. Dixon has so many stories to tell how much each of you has meant to the program. And I am sure many of you now, as in a collection of the gold stars reflecting, you know that several years of embracing in our middle school students' lives and what that means to them. Our students will never forget you, and our staff will never forget you also. So at this time, I'm asking that Daniela and Daryl assist me in presenting these gold stars. And Principal Fry, if you would be so kind as to come up and shake the hands of the recipients. And please come up when your name is called and remain standing as a group until your picture is taken. And if we could hold all of the applause till the end, I would appreciate that as well.
Which way are they going?
I think they're gonna come this way. Okay. The first one is Miss Denise Burt. Not yet.
Can't follow directions.
That's okay. Miss Ann Cohen. The next one, she's not here.
Yeah.
Number 2, is that it? Okay, perfect. There you are.
Thank you.
Mr. Al Cohen. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Dr. Mike Crowley. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Jason Kreitz. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Joshua Ebel. Miss Sharon Edwards. He's not here. Miss Edwards isn't? Okay. Mrs. Beverly Gable. Thank you. Mr. Joseph Galvo III. Mrs. Bonnie Guffey. Miss Kimberly Hoffman.
Congratulations.
Miss Mary Jo Hunter. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. Matthew Jaros. Professor Wendy Kaczorski.
Congratulations.
Miss Rachel LaRoche. Mr. Jeff McFadden.
Thank
Miss Sarah Miller. Miss Eileen Mullen. Miss Maria Rosado Husband. Commissioner Chris Seeley.
Congratulations, Frank.
Mr. Jim Shields. Mr. Kevin Tomney.
How's he gonna man the camera?
Right. Yours will be waiting for you, sir. Miss Amy White. Dr. Jolene Munson. Thank you, Gold Stars for 2024.
Okay, a big applaud for the Gold Stars. All right. You know, these people day in and day out come in to help our students, and my goodness, they do it because they love them. Thank you, Mr. Dixon. This program would not be successful without the support of parents. This year, Ms. Morgan Pierce, our math, art, and science core teacher, will make the tribute to parents. She will be assisted by Patience Owens and Andrew Sutton. Ms. Pierce.
Good evening, or evening, afternoon, whichever. Hello, everyone. As Dr. Dixon said, I'm Morgan Pierce. I'm a teacher here at the middle school. They say it takes a village to raise a child. And as I look out over this crowd, I see what an amazing, wonderful village these children are lucky enough to have. Tonight in attendance, we have mothers, we have fathers, we have stepmothers, stepfathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, aunts, uncles, friends, teachers, paraprofessionals, wonderful, wonderful people in our community who have stepped up to help these children. No matter what your role is, we appreciate it. As Dr. Dixon said, we could not be successful without you, and your support means the world. So as a thank you to our family members, tonight we are awarding or gifting wind chimes as just a little token of our appreciation for all that you have done to help us, and just a little reminder of the community that is there for your student, your child, whatever the relationship may be. Okay, so I'll tell you the name, give you the metany, and you go to the table, okay? All right, so Isaac Hathaway has 2 guests with him tonight that are receiving wind chimes. For the most part, we went with mothers, grandmothers, and stepmothers for the gifts. Gavin has 3 with him tonight. Quincy and Daryl have a wonderful mother and stepmother with them. Daniela has her mom and her grandmother. Skylar has her mom. Andrew has his mom and grandma, but we'll let him take those to them. Jocelyn has her mom and grandma. So yours, mom and grandma. Patience has her mom and 2 grandmas, and Arlen has her mom. So once again, thank you all so much for your support. Our program would not be possible without your students, and we wouldn't have your wonderful students without you. So thank you for all that you do. We appreciate it. Arlen. Yep, she's in the back. Patience. I think that's everything.
Thank you, Ms. Pierce.
Of course,
Thank
you.
Yes. We have a famous triangle today. Mr. Shane Pierce, Mr. Shane Reen. Oh my goodness. I'm going to give him my last name. Our physical fitness teacher, Jocelyn Mara Hart, our MLK student leader, and Miss Ashley Tipton, Allegheny College mentor, who are really here to tell us what this program has meant to them. Mr. Reen?
Thank you, Dr. Dixon. I was hoping to have an opportunity to thank Dr. Dixon for inviting me into this program, to be able to work with these students, outside of a school setting, and to do something that I'm passionate about, which is exercise. Something that might surprise you guys. It's always funny to me. I'm not actually a phys ed teacher. I teach history, so I get it a lot though. But I am passionate about fitness. So to be able to have an opportunity to work with children and share with them something that I find to be very important in my own personal life, really means a lot to me. And to try to instill that sort of commitment to exercise and to physical fitness in their own lives, and they can grow and they can become, better at these types of things, and to feel like I have an opportunity to just plant that seed in people to take exercise serious, and to at such an early age too, because I train people in my personal life as well who come to me when they're older, and it's much more difficult when you're older to start than it is when you're younger, right? And if you start when you're younger, you might grow that lifelong desire for this for that type of lifestyle of having physical fitness part of your life. All right. So for me as a teacher to interact with these students, they always see me in school as a history teacher, but to finally be able to get to know them outside of that setting, it really means a lot to me. Additionally, I get to work with the fine mentors that we have at our school that have participated in this program as well. Many of whom are from Allegheny College, which is where I went to school as well. So it's good to connect with the students at Allegheny College as well. And it's always great to be able to build those bridges between Allegheny College. And I used to say that when I was at Allegheny, that we need to join our community with the college, because we're both right here. And I've seen that grow over the years. So it's really awesome to be a part of that. To see these fine mentors sharing with our children, I think we'll continue to grow and improve on those relationships. As you see, we have at least one Allegheny student here tonight who is a member of this program. So if I'm one of you students sitting here tonight, I'd say hope is a word I would use, because you can see you can do these things
You have two people here going to college that are sitting right where you're sitting at tonight. So you have the ability to do any of these things that you would like to do if you put in the effort, if you have the desire to do it. You'll be sitting here maybe someday in the future talking to the students of that time about your experiences as an MLK student and how it's helped you get to the places where you wanted to be. So thank you again, Dr. Dixon. It's been a great year, guys. I'm looking forward to the summer, working out with you guys a little bit more.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. I think we all thought you were a gym teacher too, because you really had us working out. My goodness. And now we're going to call on the young lady who was voted by the class to be the MLK leader to speak up, and that's Jocelyn. So Jocelyn, will you come up now and share your remarks?
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to represent our class at this graduation. We are here because we love to learn. This program has been exciting as we explored swimming, physical fitness, workplace skills, sign language, etiquette, the newspaper, watershed STEM, yoga, arts, and crafts. These were all integrated with science, math, English, and the once-in-a-lifetime eclipse. Through our mentoring program, Edinburgh University Alumni Association gave all MAM's parents eclipse lenses, and Allegheny gave all students eclipse lenses. Mrs. Hoffman from MAM's staff laminated and fancied up the eclipse placemats we made. Our teachers made learning fun, and we looked forward to staying after school. We went on field trips that gave us a better understanding of our community, and we celebrated our different ethnic background through music, songs, dress, history, and food. We participated in the surprising Dr. Dixon's IOU Days to celebrate our many successes each quarter. Our snacks were delicious, and our bus driver made the ride home a relaxing time for us. In addition to our classroom teachers, we thank our MLK teachers and others who helped us develop the academic and character building skills we need to be successful human beings. Thank you.
Thank you, Jocelyn. My goodness. You know, all students are great speakers, aren't they? Oh, you bet. And the last person, and by far not the least, is Miss Ashley Tipton. Miss Tipton, by the way, was the Davies, got the Davis Award this year at Allegheny College for her service to the community. So we're fortunate to have her as a mentor. Miss Tipton. Okay.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed community partners and beloved parents, as we gather here today, I am filled with an oversense of pride and gratitude for the journey that we have embarked upon at the MLK program. It has been a year of growth, learning, and profound transformation for each and every one of us. Reflecting on our time together as mentors to these remarkable students, I am reminded of the incredible diversity of experiences we've shared. From our afternoons exploring topics to the buzz of excitement about field trips filled with fun and laughter. Our days have been packed with moments that have not only shaped the minds, but also the hearts of our students. In our classroom, we've delved into mathematics, unlocking the mysteries of numbers and equations. We marveled at the wonders of science and watershed, exploring the intricacies of the natural world and igniting passion for discovering our community. Through the art of writing, we have empowered our students to express themselves, their dreams, and their aspirations. But our journey has not been confined to textbooks, worksheets, and presentations. We have embraced the creative spirit through arts and crafts, unleashing the boundless imagination that resides within each child. We've celebrated the joy of physical fitness, nurturing healthy habits that will serve them well for a lifetime, and in quiet contemplation of chess and the serenity of yoga, along with the invaluable skills of sign language to promote inclusivity and empathy and to bridge the gap between communities, and the swimming lessons that have helped them learn to be vulnerable and persevere when learning a new skill. We have cultivated mindfulness and strategic thinking, equipping our students with the tools they need to navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. Yet none of this would have been possible without the unwavering dedication of our teachers, the invaluable support of our community partners, and our tireless efforts. Boundless generosity have made the program not only a place of learning, but a sanctuary of possibility and opportunity. And as I stand before you today, I'm filled with an overwhelming sense of pride as I look upon the faces of our students, transformed by this journey we have shared. They have grown in width, both seen and unseen, blossoming into confident, compassionate individuals, ready to take on the world with courage and conviction. So let us celebrate this momentous occasion, not just for what we have accomplished, but for the infinite potential that lies ahead. Together, as teachers, mentors, partners, and parents, we have laid the foundation for a brighter future, one filled with endless possibilities and boundless opportunities. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart for allowing me the privilege to be a part of this incredible journey, and to our students that, me and Sarah, she's not here with us today, but we are beyond proud of you and how far you have come as individuals and in yourselves. So thank you again.
Thank you, Ms. Tipton. Now, I get a chance to recognize the core staff. They are here from day to day, and for the first time in the history of the program, we have 3 teachers in MAMs who are directly involved in the program. Mr. Dixon, Mr. Ream, and Ms. Pierce. Will you come up, please? Okay, let's give them a big hand. I tell you. Everyone is a mentor in this program, even the teachers. You can come by and see them sitting beside a student and looking in on what is happening and advising them. So we get a chance to teach and to be a mentor. So, Mr. Dixon, you're also a Gold Star.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Ms. Pierce, you are also a Gold Star.
I think.
All right. Mr. Reed, you are also a Gold Star. All right. So will you go over there somewhere for somebody to take a picture of the Gold Star? Okay. All right. Our mentors are just amazing, and our teacher assistants are usually made up sometimes of students. Skylar started when she was in middle school, being a mentor. And also, we have students who are in high school, and they get jobs in the program because they learn what to do just like Lillian did. So, Kiara, will you come up? It's okay. The students would like to say thank you for being the teacher assistant. Okay. Ashley, will you come up, please? Okay. And you have to go over to the picture gallery too and get pictures. Thank you for being, yes, and Skylar. Skylar's in her 3rd year, 2nd year? My goodness, okay, thank you, Skylar. And you know what? We also want to say thank you to our bus drivers. because you know it's something to be a bus driver, but they don't stand for anything except good manners, and they're great and they mean a lot to our students. They're also teachers, and we appreciate that. Miss St. John, will you come up and accept this for both of our bus drivers? Thank you. They don't just take our students home, but they go on field trips with us. They get with it. So just like they're one of us, and we just appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Miss St. John. You have to go over too and get a picture. You see what we do with pictures around here. So in graduations, we wait lastly to award the graduates. And that is for a very good reason. The graduates get a review of all the people who cared about them. You know, can you just imagine all the gold stars who cared about our students and came in and worked with them? So also, my goodness, they know the people who believe in them and who have been guiding them in a path of success. Dr. Smith, who is traveling today, asked me to share these words with you, graduates. I would like to thank all of you for a very enjoyable semester. I am so proud of you and what you were able to do, especially to finish your books. And you know, the audience didn't get a chance to see those famous books you wrote. My goodness. But she says, especially since we had to miss a few days, I really had a lot of fun and hope you did too. Have a great summer. And now it's your time, graduates, to be honored. Today, Mr. Joseph Galbo III, Vice President of the Meadville Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship Fund, will bestow your honors. Mr. Galbo is Crawford County tax assessor and does an excellent job of keeping up with our property taxes that keep our county running and our schools running. I want you to know that I watched this young man and his sister grow up, and his mother was one of the best parents with whom I interacted. Like your parents, she worked alongside teachers and helped in school improvement activities. She was a great community leader. Now, Mr. Galbo is following in her footsteps, and I'd like to turn the mic over to you, Mr. Galbo. Let's welcome Mr. Galbo.
I first have to say hi, Mom, because she watches these programs religiously and is Dr. Dixon's biggest fan. And at the very, very infancy and beginning of Dr. Dixon's career, I was indeed one of her students, and you can see that she hung with it all this way through, even despite that. My sister Sarah was the star of one of the stars of the show The Robe, which was a dramatic production that Dr. Dixon did at the junior high just a few years ago. And one of the commitments that I learned from Dr. Dixon, and it's my pleasure to be able to continue that on today, is in the beginning infancy process of learning to learn, there is a responsibility to continue doing that for the rest of your life, which I still do. And I learned that from Dr. Dixon, and I think that the hallmark of this program, and again, I do bring greetings on behalf of the Meadville Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship Fund, that part of the reasons why this has been such an important part of our mission is that very important process of learning to learn. And we've seen Lillian, who began the process of learning to learn, and the great dividends and benefits that that had for her. And we also see for Emily, and somewhere, wherever part of the building that we're in was here when I was a student, I was also in AP English and AP History. And the road to those courses and then going on to Indiana University of Pennsylvania really, really can be traced back to Dr. Dixon and the amazing job that she did and continues to do. And it is our mission to continue that, and to all of the students that are about to be honored at this point, we call upon you to come back into this community and continue the job that Lillian and Emily and myself are doing and trying to carry on the tradition that Dr. Dixon instilled in us. And so from this standpoint, it is my pleasure to present the awards to students who are graduating this evening from our Pennsylvania 21st Century Community Learning Center. I also congratulate their parents and families. Each student will receive a certificate of completion signed by Dr. Nancy Smith, the program administrator, Dr. Amelia P. Dixon, director, Mr. Harrison Dixon, facilitator, Mr. Shane Ream, core teacher, and Ms. Morgan Pierce, core teacher, and also a certificate from the American Red Cross for their participation in swimming. Each student will also receive a certificate of completion from the Watershed STEM signed by Professor Wendy Kuznarski, and the Director of Creek Connections, and also a t-shirt, and a cup commemorating their experiences in the Eclipse unit. Now I'd like for the head table, we have some duties for you if you could come forward at this point, to come up now and to stand right here. And they're going to congratulate the names that I'm going to call now with a handshake. And so they are forming the receiving line as we speak. And we would ask you to remain standing until your pictures are taken. So from this standpoint, the first name that we call is Jocelyn Mira Hart. Could you please come forward? Isaac M. Hathaway. Danila Anna Mae Heater. Quincy Tyrone Jenkins. Arlen Rain Owens. Gavin Thomas Christopher Kerr. Patient Rose Owens. Andrew David Sutton. Maverick Benson. And finally, Daryl Wayne Wisniewski. Ladies and gentlemen, and if you call, we'll all like you to stand over there. We'll get a picture. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your 2024 graduates. Now, the three students here, do we have their names? Okay. So there are three students who had perfect attendance in the program. We congratulate you. That certainly isn't easy to be present every day. And as I call your names, could you please come up and receive your plaques that read that basically commend you for your perfect attendance. The first one would be Gavin Thomas Christopher Kerr. Could you come forward, please? Congratulations. The next one would be Jocelyn Mira Hart. Jocelyn, congratulations. And finally, Daryl Wayne Wisniewski. Daryl? And the final, I believe, award in this segment that we were doing goes, the last award is the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award. And this is given to the student who best exhibits the values of Dr. King, scholarship, and respect for all people. This award goes to Jocelyn Hart, and it reads, because you exhibit the values assessed by Dr. King, respect for all people, scholarship, and service. Congratulations. How about a big round of applause for all of these students? They did a great job. And it is a great honor now to introduce really one of the most valuable allies that this program has had with regard to the mentoring program and so many other things, a beloved community. It's my great privilege to introduce to you Mr. Jonathan Fry, Principal, Meadville Area Middle School. Mr. Fry.
Give him this before he speaks.
Oh, before I do that, we would like to present you with something too in recognition of what I just said. This is thanks for your belief in the success of all of these students, parent engagement, and your unwavering support of the after-school initiative that brings together collaborators from business, industry, and nonprofits. Mr. Fry, we present you with this award. Thank you.
Wow, that's something. It's not often I receive awards.
Okay, Dr. Dixon, may we dismiss the award winners?
Do they need to go over to the picture gallery? Over to the picture gallery.
Picture gallery, back of the auditorium.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, mentors, collaborators, teachers, and most importantly, the incredible students of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Mentoring Program, Nita M. Lowry 21st Century Community Learning Center, welcome. Today we gather not just to celebrate the culmination of another academic year, but to honor the dedication, perseverance, and achievements of our remarkable students. As we reflect on this past semester, it fills me with pride to stand before you and acknowledge the incredible accomplishments of our 11 middle school students who have earned graduation distinctions. The program actually started off with 29 students. These 11 showed dedication to get here every day. So that is something remarkable. These students have shown unwavering commitment to our program, demonstrating their determination to excel and grow academically, personally, and socially. Now, none of this would have been possible without our invaluable support and collaboration of our esteemed partners. To Accutech Precision Aerospace Incorporated, Allegheny College Admissions, Allegheny College Office of Engagement, Crawford County Chamber of Commerce, Meadville Area Recreation Complex, Meadville Medical Center, Meadville Salvation Army, Seven Mountains Media, the Meadville Tribune, the Nutrition Group, and Women's Services. We extend our deepest gratitude. Your belief in our mission and generous contributions have helped us create a nurturing and empowering environment for our students to thrive. I also would like to take a moment to recognize the dedicated individuals who have poured their time, energy, and expertise into making this program a success. Mr. Harrison Dixon, Ms. Morgan Pierce, Mr. Shane Ream, and Dr. Nancy Smith. Your leadership and guidance have been instrumental in shaping the future of our students. Mentors, Ms. Sarah Hoplock and Ashley Tipton, thank you for your mentorship and being positive role models to our students. Our heartfelt appreciation also goes out to our teacher collaborators, Dr. Mike Crowley, Mr. Jason Kreitz, Mrs. Bonnie Guffey, Mr. Matthew Jaros, Professor Wendy Kozerski, Ms. Rachel LaRoche, Mrs. Eileen Mullen, Ms. Natalie Schaefer, Mr. Jim Shields, and Ms. Amy White. Your dedication to teaching and nurturing our students in areas such as communication, chess, sign language, watershed projects, workplace skills, marketing, and swimming lessons have been truly inspiring. Next, I want to acknowledge our incredible teacher assistants, Ms. Kira Dixon, Ms. Pasha, I don't want to slaughter her last name, and Ms. Skylar Williams. Your support and dedication have played a crucial role in ensuring the smooth operation of our program, and we are immensely grateful for your contributions. Before we conclude, I would be remiss not to extend a special acknowledgement to someone whose vision and dedication have been the driving force behind the success of the program. Dr. Armindia Dixon, a retired, and I say retired very loosely, visionary of the Meadville Middle School's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Mentoring Program, Nita M. Lowry 21st Century Learning Community Learning Center, your tireless commitment and empowering the students and fostering a culture of excellence has left a lasting impression on all of us. Your leadership, wisdom, and unwavering belief in the potential of every student have inspired us all to strive for greatness. Though retired, your legacy continues daily to guide us. And tonight we honor you with our deep gratitude and admiration. Dr. Dixon cornered me in the parking lot a couple days ago and said, Mr. Fry, I really like those t-shirts that you guys are having on Monday. And then just kept on walking. So I got the hint. So Dr. Dixon, we found you something. Now you have our ma'am's shirt. Dr. Dixon, thank you for your enduring contributions to our program and the lives that you've touched and your countless dedication to our students. We really appreciate it. So in closing, let us remember that the impact of this program extends far beyond academic achievement. It's about instilling our students with the confidence, resilience, and determination they need to succeed in all aspects of life. As we celebrate their achievements today, let us reaffirm our commitment to supporting and empowering them on their journey towards a brighter future. Thank you for all of your unwavering support and dedication. Here's to another year of inspiration, growth, and success. Congratulations to our students, and may you continue to shine brightly wherever your life may lead. Dr. Dixon. Are we done? Does that conclude the program? And that concludes the program. Thank you, everyone, for coming.